right? Part of the framework, right? Have you set clear expectations for what the video will deliver? And is there a curiosity gap that makes viewers want to keep watching? If the answer is yes to all three, then good, you've done a good job with your hook, right? Say this hook. You clicked on this video because you want X. Let's get into it, right? Confirm the video matches the title, right? Introduce an unclosed loop, kind of like using the framework, right? When you edit your hook, does it follow the framework? But there's one mistake almost everyone makes with X. Set the tone and then go into the body, right? When you edit the body, it's where you deliver the value. When you're editing the body, right, are you building towards the next step? Have you explained why your audience should care, right? Within the point, as I said, it's more important that the audience understands why something is important than actually how to implement it, right? Because when they understand why doing your taxes is important, then you actually do your taxes, right? If I just tell you, hey, this is how you do your taxes, you're not going to be bothered to do it. But when you know why it's important to do your taxes, then they'll actually go and do it, right? So you want to meet your audience where they're at. Number 3 is, did you include actionable tips or clear examples? Okay. And number 4, are the transitions smooth, right? Are the open loop smooth, guiding viewers towards your point logically? So you want to ask yourself these 4 questions when you're editing your body. So this is an example, right? You need good thumbnails. They're important. It's bad. Versus a strong thumbnail increases clicks by 30%. For example, Mr. Beast uses bright colors and clear text. Let's break down why that works. Just like expanding it a little more, right? You don't want to keep things super surface level. When I read a lot of scripts, if it's usually in the 1,000 to 1,500 word range, unless that's super intended and you've written many scripts before, it's usually because you don't go in depth enough. So we want to make sure to go in depth for the viewer. And then your outro and call to action, right? The last chance to guide your audience to the next step, right? Do you have a single clear call to action? Do you link the call to action to the video's content? Have you promised a transformation or benefit for clicking on the next video? So this is the curiosity, right? Is there a gap, right? Is there a transformation for clicking on the next video? So now that you know how to write a script that grabs attention, but writing is just one part of the process, click here to learn how to turn your script into a viral video. There you go, right? So it's the 3-part process: hook, curiosity, action, that you want to follow pretty much when you're writing any call to action, right? It's the exact same thing. So let's talk about common mistakes to avoid before we go into live editing a couple scripts. Mistakes: overthinking the first draft. So it's spending hours rewriting the first 100 words, right? Really, it slows down the process of writing and kills creativity. Really write quickly, write the first draft quickly, and then focus on refining. Another mistake is using jargon, right? You want to edit out jargon and then skipping the hook, right? Starting with irrelevant or boring details. Right, so all of these you want to avoid, right, when you're editing, right? You want to look out for these. Another common mistake is rushing the editing process, right? So it's skipping steps like checking flow or reading aloud, and then it's ignoring flow, right? It's jumping between unrelated points without transitions. So that's just like not reading the script out loud, not really being super particular, not being super strict on the flow of the script, because if the flow of the script isn't there. Final tips for editing, right? Cut the fluff. If a word or sentence doesn't add value, cut it, right? I'm a big fan of just cutting, having shorter scripts, right? But the value per minute is much higher. Big fan of that. Focus on the audience, right? Tailor your script to the audience needs and the level of understanding that they have. And then you want to simplify, right? Your goal is to be clear, not to be complex, right? You don't want to be clever. You want to make sure that your content is as clear as it can be. Your first draft doesn't have to be amazing. It just needs to exist, right? And hopefully if you follow these principles, you'll create script that keep audiences coming back for more.